You can attract way more bees with honey than you can with vinegar. Today, I'm going to let you know how I feel about this phrase using one of my favorite stories today. Hello, you are in the right place and this is the right time. Thank you for listening to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am the host, Kimbaley. It is such an honor and pleasure to be able to share this time with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all of those you invite, and thank you for subscribing here and on the website at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. The God in me loves the God in you. And I want you to know that that's always. Today, I'm going to share with you a story that I love, and I'm going to give you a lesson in that story. But before we get into that, we're going to hear our Astro-Numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. It is Monday, August the 26th. The sun is in Virgo. The moon is in Gemini. Yes, Mercury is still in retrograde. It's the 7 universal month and 11 universal week and a 6 universal day. If ever there were a time to take full advantage of opportunities, especially in the world of business, travel, or communications, it's today. There's no waiting around for them to just fall in your lap. Rather, the day requires that you have to be alert as well as on point to make the most of this 24-hour cycle. It will be the last time this month before you get another chance to do so. Taurus, Libra, and those born on the 6th, 15th, or 24th of the month appear to be at the top of the food chain than the rest. Once again, this is the Astro-Numerology Report brought to you by LLoyd Strayhorn, Astro-Numerologist, and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. You can get the forecast every day. Go to astar8.com, ASTAR, the number 8.com, or you can go to Google Play, the App Store, or Linktree/numbers and you. If you are planning some big moves ahead, it would greatly benefit your success if you knew what cycles you were in and what to expect moving forward. Make sure that you don't be left in the dark. Get your Astro-Numerology yearly forecast. You get 12 months of what's ahead. You get to learn your cycles and how you should be moving in those cycles. And above that, you should know who you are as a person numerically. So you should have your personal report as well, and a compatibility report to get to know the people that are closest to you in your space and know how to deal with those relationships. Also, if you want to get a complete Astro-Numerology analysis, then you can book an Astro-Numerology consultation. You can get this on Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. Now, let's get into the story. Today, I'm so excited I get to talk about somebody else's story. So today won't be a personal story of mine, but it will be one of my favorite stories of all time. This is a Bible story, and it comes from First Kings 17. It's about Elisha and the widow of Zarephath. Of course, I'm going to be paraphrasing this because I'm not reading directly from the Bible. I also would like to invite you to check out my YouTube page, and that's Kimbaley, KIMBALEY_. On that page, I have a video that I go in deep with some of the things that I've learned from just this story, and it's quite a few things. But today, I'm going to touch on sowing seeds. Just so you understand where I'm coming from, I'm going to let you know that I don't read the Bible from the religious standpoint so much, but I read it metaphysically, and I'm able to gather some of that information and find the metaphysical meanings for some of the things that are included in the Bible. This is one of those stories. So in this story, Elisha was sent on a journey from God, and Elisha had to rely on God to take care of his every need on this journey. So he didn't have things like water to drink, or he didn't have food or anything like that. God would always send him to the next place that he could find these things. And as he was doing that, it really helped him develop trust in God. So he was sent down to a brook, and it said the ravens fed him there. So they probably fed him some worms or whatever, and he was able to have water because he was at a brook. But in due time, the brook dried up, so it was time for him to move on to the next place. But God already had that figured out. He sent him to the widow of Zarephath. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. And God let Elijah know that I've already informed her that you will be coming there, and she's going to feed you there. He gets to the town and he meets this lady, and he asks her if she could bring him a jar of water. She was good with the water, and as she was walking away to go get the water, Elisha then asked her, "And can you bring me back some bread also to eat?" And she replied to Elisha, telling him that she didn't have anything extra for him to eat. She had one more cake, and that was for her and her son, and they were going to eat that and die because that was all they had left to eat. Elijah let her know that this was a message from God and she shouldn't be afraid to give it up. And he told her that if she did give him the bread, then God would supply her with what she needed. So she took a chance and she trusted Elijah and she trusted God. And she gave Elisha the cake of bread that he asked for before she even fed her or her son. And she noticed that when she made it, the more she made, the more she had. So the flour and the oil she had to cook with never dried up. And it didn't dry up because of this enormous faith that she utilized during this time. The reason why I talk about this story is because we talk a lot about sowing seeds, but we rarely talk about what type of seeds we should sow. And as we saw with the widow, the seeds that she was sowing benefited what she really needed. So she needed food for her and her son to make it. And what did she sow? She sowed food into somebody else's life. It is said that you reap what you sow, and not only do you reap what you sow, you oftentimes reap more than what you sow. What makes this important is it lets you know that you need to sow the things that you want to attract into your life to other people. And this can be used for anything. If you need more time, if you say, oh, there's not enough time in the day for me to get through everything that I need to get done, then you can sow the seed of time into someone else's life to help them release the burden of time from them. And as a result, you will reap a similar harvest. Let's just say that you want to attract love in your life. You can't go around angry all the time and expect to attract love into your life. You have to share love with other people if that's what you intend to create in your life. Today, I encourage you to think about your intentions. What are you asking for in your life? Whatever that may be, make sure that you have a strategic plan set to sow those seeds. And I don't mean sow seeds selfishly. I mean, sow it to the people that really need it and sow it from the heart. I think another reason why I really love this story so much is because it was near and dear to my heart many years ago after a vision I had. I had a vision, and this is before I even heard about this story. And the vision was telling me that my cup will never run empty. And at first, I was wondering, like, what does that mean? Until I heard this story. And to this day, that vision has been a huge impact on my life. And this story has been a huge reminder of that vision. What seeds are you sowing in your life? Since I've had that vision, one of the things that I have done is to plant seeds that I knew I wanted to return to me. What type of seeds are you planting in your life? And are you seeing a return or a harvest on those seeds? If you had to go back and change those seeds that you planted, what different would you add to it? And as everything else go, please know that just like you can plant positive seeds, you can also plant negative seeds. So be careful and very intentional in the seeds that you plant. If you plant the right seeds, you get the right harvest. That's why you can always attract more bees with honey than vinegar. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose.